Singapore's history is a fascinating tale of transformation from a small fishing village to a global metropolis. Here's a concise overview. Early history, 1299 to 1819. Founding, according to the Malay Annals, Singapore was founded as a city-state called Temasek in 1299 by Sang Nila Utama, a Srivijayan prince. The island became a part of the ancient maritime trade route, thriving as a trading port. Colonial powers. Over the centuries, Singapore was influenced by various regional powers, including the Majapahit Empire, the Malacca Sultanate, and the Johor Sultanate. British colonial era, 1819 to 1942. Founding of modern Singapore. In 1819, Sir Stamford Raffles, an agent of the British East India Company, established a British trading post on the island. Singapore's strategic location made it a key port for the British Empire. Growth as a free port. Singapore grew rapidly as a free port, attracting immigrants from China, India, and the Malay archipelago. By the mid-19th century, it was a thriving commercial hub in Southeast Asia. World War II and Japanese occupation, 1942 to 1945. Fall of Singapore. In February 1942, during World War II, Singapore fell to the Japanese after a brief but intense battle. The Japanese occupation was a harsh period marked by atrocities and suffering. Surrender and liberation. The British regained control of Singapore in September 1945 after Japan's surrender. The experience of occupation stirred strong anti-colonial sentiments among the local population. Road to Independence, 1945 to 1965. Post-war period. After the war, Singapore struggled with issues like unemployment, housing shortages, and labor unrest. The call for independence grew stronger, leading to political reforms. Self-government. In 1959, Singapore achieved self-governance, and Lee Kuan Yew became the first prime minister. In 1963, Singapore joined the Federation of Malaysia. Separation from Malaysia. Due to political and economic differences, Singapore was expelled from Malaysia in 1965. On August 9, 1965, Singapore became a fully independent nation. Modern Singapore, 1965-present. Nation building. Under the leadership of Lee Kuan Yew, Singapore embarked on an ambitious nation-building program, focusing on economic development, social stability, and infrastructure. The government implemented strict laws and policies to maintain order and drive growth. Economic miracle. Singapore transformed into a global financial center, with a highly developed economy based on trade, manufacturing, and finance. It became known as one of the four Asian tigers for its rapid industrialization. Social development. The government invested heavily in education, housing, and healthcare, creating a highly skilled workforce and a high standard of living. Singapore's multicultural society, with its mix of Chinese, Malay, Indian, and other communities, became a model of racial and religious harmony. Global city. Today, Singapore is recognized as a global city with a strong international presence. It is a major hub for finance, trade, and transportation, with one of the busiest ports and airports in the world. Singapore's history is a testament to the vision and determination of its leaders and people, transforming a small island into a prosperous, stable, and globally influential city-state.